Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you on how to approximate amount to the nearest 50 cent, then to the nearest 25 cents, then we have to the nearest 10 cent, and finally I'll show you how to approximate amount to 5 cents. So in the first column I have the amount. Then in this column here I'm going to input the amount to various decimal places. So for example, I will use the round array to get values up to the last row here. So that is up to here on this row here. So let me enter the amount. So is equal to round array then the number of rows. So I want about 18 rows. Then the column is just this one, that is the amount column. Then the maximum value, the minimum value to be about 5,240. Then we want decimal places. The maximum value. So maximum value I can put maybe about 6 million. Yes, that is 6 million. Then comma. So we shall use decimals. So then I take that one to be false for decimals, then close the bracket and then enter. So that gives us amount to various decimal places. So then let me remove the round array formula. So you select here the second row, then Control Shift down arrow, then Control backspace to go up, copy, then Control Alt V, then select values, then click OK. So now the formula goes, and now we go to the column C, so where we have amount expressed to the nearest 50 cents. So to do that, you put the equal signs, then use the round up formula. So round up, first bracket, select A2. So that is the column here. Then we can press F4 3 times to fix the column. Then comma. So then comma here we before we put the comma, so multiply that by 1000. So 1000 because amount is expressed, that is the accounting format is expressed in thousands. So then we divide by 50. So that is for the 50 cent, comma, -1. So the -1 there approximate to the nearest tens. So then comma, again divide by 1000 times, that is divide by 1000, then divide by 50. So here we can use brackets, or we can just put 200. So then enter. So that approximate the amount to the nearest 50 cents. So as we can see there, so let us see for other values by double clicking or dragging the formula to the last row, and then we study the different values. So for example, here we have 781 cents, which has been approximated to 1 shilling. Then here we have 0.325, which is approximated to 50 cents, and so on. So let us go to the column headed to the nearest 25 cents. So here we shall divide 1,000 by 25. So we remove 50 and we put 25, so which is the same as 40. So here you can now remove this and we put 40, because 1,000, that is divided by 25, so that is 40. So then we enter. So that now approximates to 75 cents. That is the 0.521 now becomes 75 cents. That is because we have 50 here, which is close to, 521, which is rounded up to 75. But if it was let's say 50 here, then it will remain to be 50. But if you add 1 or you put 0.51, then it goes to 75 cents. So let us check for other values. So for other values, that is what we get. So amount approximated to 25 cents as shown there. For example, we have 0.264, which becomes 50 cents. But if it was, let's say, 24 or 0.24, then it becomes 25 cents as shown there. So for approximation to 10 cents, so again here we divide 1,000 by 10, so that becomes 100. So here also divide by 1,000 by 10, so it becomes 100, and then enter. So that approximates to the nearest 10 cents. And then we copy down here, and you have that. So for example, let us get this one. So this row here we have 0.221 to the nearest 10 cents, so that is 30 cents. And then now finally we look at 5 cents. So for the 5 cent, that is 1,000 divided by 5. So that gives you that is, let's divide by 5 here. This will be, that is 1,000 divided by 5, that is 200, and therefore here we have 200, and then enter. So again that approximates to 5 cents, so like 0.51, so that becomes 55 cents. So when you copy down, so you get the other values. So for example, let us look at this one, 0.34, so that becomes 35 cents. But if you have 29, so let's say this is 29, so it will be 30 cents, and so on. So that is how we approximate to the nearest cents. So thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe to my video. See you in my next video.